Hey guys, it's Tuesday. So this week's video theme is book slash movie slash TV reviews. I'm going to be reviewing the book What They Always Tell Us by Martin Wilson and the movie Christopher and His Kind. So I hope you enjoy. So What They Always Tell Us by Martin Wilson is a book about these two brothers. And they're both trying to figure out themselves as they go along in their high school career. And one of them is discovering his sexuality more and his place as a student and as a person who's growing up, and the other one is just trying to get into college and trying to figure out the rest of his life as an adult as opposed to as a teenager. It's a really good book. My cousin actually gave it to me, the one who I mentioned in the TMI Tag video. She recommended it to me knowing not only that it would be a good LGBT book, but also that it doesn't just solely focus on his sexuality as a big part of his character. It's not that it focuses solely on his sexuality and that's the only thing that happens. It also focuses on the world around him and how he perceives things and how he feels about certain issues and topics. And it doesn't just focus on who he likes or doesn't like, which I prefer that personally when I'm looking at LGBT characters, is ones that the story doesn't revolve just solely around their sexuality, because my life doesn't solely revolve around my sexuality. It also revolves around my hobbies and my interests. Yeah, I really like the book. I don't have it with me because I checked it out from the library. But I would definitely recommend it. It was a really good book, and it was really nice to, see LGBT, kid in this sort of book that maybe it doesn't say the exact time period, but it seems as though, being gay isn't exactly something that's quite as accepted as it is today, so I assume that it's that the book is set in a older time period, meaning that it's even harder for him to come to terms with his sexuality, because it's not something that is socially acceptable, or at least socially, there's still a stigma around it, whereas today there still is, but not as much as it used to be. Like when the Apple CEO came out as gay, everyone was like, okay, fine. It doesn't affect people as much as it used to. The movie Christopher and His Kind is based off of the book Christopher and His Kind by a man named Christopher Isherwood, and it's about this man who goes to Berlin for a week and decides to stay. And how I found it, I was just going through Netflix and I was trying to find something to watch, and I was like, okay, well, let me look in the gay and lesbian section. And it takes place during World War II, that's a very interesting topic for me. I really I don't know. I'm sort of a history buff, so I really like learning new things about World War II. So the movie is based off of real life events that the author Christopher Isherwood went through. So the movie follows the character Christopher, who is portrayed by Matt Smith, along his how he goes about his life in Berlin in the 40s. He goes to Berlin for men because he's gay, but then he ends up staying because he finds that he likes Berlin more than he thought he would. And he falls in love with the street sweeper who he starts paying the street sweeper's mother's medical bills, and Christopher tries to take the street sweeper back home with him, and it doesn't quite work out, but his visa in Germany expires and he goes back as a successful writer. And I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but it's It's a really good movie. This one focuses more on his sexuality, but if you're like me and you love World War II and gay films, then this one is definitely for you. I would also suggest reading the book. I haven't personally, but if it's as good as the movie, then I definitely think it's worth reading, because the movie was very good. Warning, it is not suitable for work, so if you don't want to see gay sex, that's probably not the movie for you. But it is still very good, so I don't know, if you want to check it out, I would recommend it. Okay, thank you so much, guys. This is really fun video week, because I really like to talk about books and movies, because they are really influences on people's culture. Things like books and movies are always great to find LGBT things, because you want representation, and there's quite a lot of books that have that, and there's quite a lot of movies that have that, but they're not going to be advertised to you as much because of the society we live in, which is unfortunate, but we're getting there. So yeah, check out those books and movies. Check out the ones that Mystery talked about in his video. I don't know, expand your horizons. Read more books. Watch more movies. Watch more TV shows. Of course, not too much, but do enough that you can feel comfortable with yourself, or you can feel comfortable with learning about other sexualities or other experiences that people are having in different time periods of the LGBT history. Yeah. So, I hope you guys are all doing well. I love you so much. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, please thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. Check out the rest of this week's videos when they're up. And I will see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.